Good morning once again, everybody. This is Rich with High Percent Trading. Today's video is going to go through 6 or 7 different markets and showing how that you can trade these markets. Some of them are pit opens, others are times that we found to be very good as far as trading, but I just want to show how then on, for example, the equity markets, just trading the pit open using this method, you can trade for a half an hour if you like. And make very good profits. On some of the other markets, it'll go a little bit longer, perhaps an hour, because they're not true pit opens. So let's start with the Russell. Now, quite simply, this is using an indicator here at High Percent Trading that's a very accurate, precise indicator, and it allows you, among other things, to actively trade. This is the pit open right here. This is 6:30 a.m. where my little cursor is here on the Russell. Of course, that's 9:30 Eastern. And quite simply, just coming out of the gate, you'll notice we're either going to go short on a close below the bottom of this band or long on a close above the band. And then after that, we're going to use what's called the OP, and that's this middle line, to act as a total stop and reverse. So initially, coming out of the gate here, about a minute into the session, you got a long trade here on the Russell. It moved up for a scalp, but nothing more. Came back down and then eventually would have either hit the stop or reversed to short. Again, coming down through the bottom of the band, relatively small scalp, but then back on the way back up, reversing to long again. And now this was a good trade, entering around the 1066.40 or 50 level. It moved all the way up to the 69 area level, and that was a good $250 profit just on a single contract. Again, we're only going to trade this for the first half hour. The market then came back down again and went short right here, right around the 1066.10 level. Notice it pulled all the way down to a very important level down here at 62.30. Now that was about 350 on a single contract entry. And notice it's only basically 15 minutes into the session. And then that brings us out here to 7 a.m. So again, overall, very easily $600 to $700 of profit just on a single entry. And of course, this method can be traded throughout the rest of the session, but I'm just going to show how you can do this in a relatively short period of time, because trading is not a marathon. It's all about making money and getting out. Let's take a look at a different equity. All right, here's the NASDAQ market again, same principle. I'm going to show a couple of other things here as well. So you can see here is the pit open. As we pull down and close below here, we got a short entry here. Enough again for a scalp, but nothing in the way of a big runner. As the market moved back up again, it reversed to long in here. And of course, this is a very nice trade, reversing to long around the 43.83 level. It moved all the way up to 43.94. And that was roughly about 42, 44 ticks. Notice also where it went, and this is another good thing about this indicator. This level that was projected right here was the #1 smart market profile level for the day. And you will see that when markets move to this level, they will generally get a very good bounce opposite way. A lot of times it'll mark the near the session high or session low if it's the other way. But again, this was up to this level, warning you ahead of time. The market moved down and then became a short entry here. Again, we're just looking at the first half hour. Short entry right around the 43.82 level. And then notice what happened as we pulled down here at the end of the first half hour. We came all the way down to the 43.66.50 level. And again, that was roughly about 60 ticks. And notice this was the #1 important smart market profile level on the downside for the day. And we came within just a few ticks of that and then headed up again. So again, just trading the half hour in the NASDAQ, very nice profitable trades, a total of 3 trades. And that's about average. That's about what you'll get in the first half hour. So the nice thing is it doesn't overtrade, but the reward to risk is very high. Now let's take a look at a couple of other different markets that are not going to trade the pit open, but will trade a very good important time of the day. All right, now here's gold. Here's April gold, and I'm going to first of all show the same pit open time that we're using for the equities. I'm going to demonstrate that first. So this was your trade. It was a short trade through here, roughly about a minute and a half into the session. Notice that it moved down very smartly, and we'll extend this out an hour. So an hour's trading takes us all the way out to right here where it made a significant low. So we had basically one trade in gold for the entire hour's time. The entry was right around 1267.10, coming down to the 1262.40 level. That's roughly about $250 to $300 on a single contract, and not bad for a single contract of trading one entry in gold with relatively ease and not much risk. The risk on the trade actually was very small as far as the stop is concerned. In this case, it would have been about a 7-tick stop. Now, moving our start time, a lot of traders like to trade gold earlier than that. Of course, I'm not going to demonstrate trading the European session. That works very, very well. But again, if we move our start time to 5:30 Pacific now, and you can see it here, the trade was a short trade on gold coming down. You can see it tried to test the level a couple times but didn't. And then as we continue to move lower here throughout the session, we had a very nice profit coming down to here. It moved back up to the upside. And again, this is all before the prior opening time that I had showed you. As we came up here, it became a long trade then at the 67.60 area, and initially moved up to here, making a new session high. And then that basically brought us back into our pit open where we stood. If you wanted to continue to trade past that, you could. Again, 45 minutes into that session, it was a short trade here. We came down and tested the bottom of this band. When this happens again, I view this the same as a penetration through the band as far as a stop and reverse is concerned. So as it came down through it, the stop moved to here. That was a long entry then as well, and we moved up again pretty nicely for about a $200 profit per contract. But again, that was just trading an hour earlier, and you had 4 very nice trades in the gold market. Also, just to show you now, let's follow a currency market. Here's the 6E contract, same thing. We're trading that same 5:30 Pacific open. Your first trade was a short trade here, resulting in a nice scalp, no runner. It came back to retest again. You could have reshorted the market again. Now this was a nice move down here, picking up about 30 ticks. And again, we're just going to look at the first hour because it's not a marathon. And then as we came up, with the 6E continued to move higher and became a long trade entry right here. And notice how nice this was. We came right up and top and tested the top of the chop zone right here. You knew this in advance. You knew that this was going to be problems and that this is a good area initially to protect. So we had basically 3 trades in the 6E. And again, that's the utility of this. You get very big reward to risk trades. You don't overtrade. The stop management is very tight, and you know exactly where to enter the trade. So again, short here, a second re-entry short here, and then a nice long trade entry up here. 3 trades, all winners. Okay, also let me show you, I want to show you now natural gas. Natural gas is another very nice energy contract that we like to trade here at High Percent Trading, and it's a very good mover from the standpoint. So we're going to apply the same open, that's 5:30 Pacific, and I'm going to show the entire day on this simply because today was an inventory report on nat gas. But the first trade was a long trade right here, and notice we came right up into a very important level up here. This was the number one important level to the upside here in nat gas today. So the long trade moved up, hit the level, and backed off. As we moved back down again, it became a short trade entry here. Never went long because we didn't break back above here to close, and moved substantially lower to enable you to get some very good profits. Now, here was the trade moving to the upside. As we moved up, we got a close right here in that gas. So that would have been a long trade following the rules. Of course, this is a couple hours later, but that was the long trade. Not every trade works out. You know that as a trader, but the beauty of this is, as you've seen, you've got a very high probability on your trades, and the stops are very small. So the entry was right here, right around the 1883 level. And as we broke back down and closed below it, we went short here. That was a 4-tick loss on the short, on the long, but then the short entry was a huge entry to the downside. And then, again, I would like to show the utility of this. The nat gas moved right up back through the level again, went long, and now this is over 3 hours into the session. And continued to move higher, and it's moving higher as we speak right now. It looks like we're going to finish right up on the highs here. This last trade alone, the entry was right here at 1886. This market's trading 195 right now, so very good move to the upside. And what I wanted to demonstrate was, although I just showed in the previous charts how you only need to trade for a half an hour or an hour, this technique is good all session long if you want to trade that long, and you can get some very, very big, gigantic profit moves in these markets. I've seen a single entry last all day and go roughly uh, thousands of dollars just on one contract. Of course, that doesn't happen but maybe once in a week. But still, when you get behind a move like that, it's just a really good way to trade. So I hope this helps you. Again, if anybody's interested in this methodology, please contact us, info@highpercenttrading.com. Actually, let me show the site for those of you who may be interested in this. Again, this is the website. This is where you can come in. We have many more things besides what I showed, but this is the website, highpercenttrading.com. highpercenttrading.com. Come to the website, you can click on the Contact Us button right here. If you click on that, just fill it out. Send us an email, tell us what you're interested in, and we'll follow up with you. We can even get you to come in, and if you haven't been with us or seen us, we can get you some invites to come into the live markets analysis room, which is 5 times a week every morning. So again, I hope this was helpful for you, and I absolutely know if you're not using this method of trading, you should seriously think about it because it'll open up some big profitable avenues for you. So thanks everyone. Thanks for watching. Enjoy the day. Please don't overtrade. Bye now.